Welcome to another episode of WJAG-TV. This week we find out more about next year's block schedule, learn more about our first school-wide ACT test administration, sit down with the new Dean of Students, Mrs. Aisha Willis, and get motivated to watch our Jaguars take on the Lithonia Bulldogs tonight in the Elite 8 round of the playoffs.
I'm Emma Dowling.
And I'm Aaliyah now. And this is WJAG-TV with your weekly school news. While we all know that the 7-period rotating schedule will be replaced with the 4x4 block schedule next year, but there are still many details that students are curious about. Dennis Maganda has more information about what to expect in August on the block schedule system.
So as you may have heard by now, teachers have collectively agreed upon implementing a block schedule for next year's school schedule as well as every other year possibly. But what does that necessarily mean for the students?
Part of what we've done, block schedule itself started long before we were doing anything with it. Sometime in the 90s, a lot of schools started moving to block schedules, partly to give more time in class to science labs work a little better if you have more time to accomplish that. And a lot of schools, including what we're doing now, went to block schedule to add more options. This block that we're doing now compared to the block that we're doing next year compared to what we're doing right now reduces student load. So what we're looking at, a big push for this is students only have, and teachers only have 4 classes at a time. We could very well have done an 8-period day, go to each class about 40 or 45 minutes apiece, but that would have been you guys doing 8 periods worth of homework every single day, teachers teaching 8 periods worth of classes every day. Teacher load is a big part of it, and reducing student stress is a big part of it as well. With all the end-of-course testing and other kinds of tests that kids are doing these days, it's good. The block schedule will allow us to spread those out a little bit. On our system right now, if you're taking 4 end-of-course test classes, you take all of those tests at the same time in May. With a block schedule, you do half of those in December, the other half in May.
For JAG-TV News, this has been Dennis Maganda signing off.
Emma, where were all these bright ideas like 4 years ago?
I don't know, Aaliyah. Honestly, it's bittersweet seeing all these changes to our school when we leave in 2 months. This past Tuesday, the class of 2021 were given the opportunity to take the ACT free of charge. Prior to this opportunity, administrators and teachers held a 45-minute junior class meeting to help juniors register for the test. Here's Ethan Rice with more.
In late February of the 2019 to 2020 school year, the class of 2021 was given the opportunity to take the ACT. This is a standardized test many students take to apply to college. The test covers the 3 main core classes, English, mathematics, and science, but also includes a reading section. Ms. Reese, the college advisor at Cedar, knows this test very well and has some sound advice for juniors taking it.
The class of 2021 is at a really great advantage because they get to come take the ACT during the school day. One, you don't have to use one of your waivers, so this is essentially 3 free ACTs that you'll have, and you can ask any senior or someone that's already graduated. When you're applying to colleges, you're going to want as many test scores as you can have so that colleges can really see all that you know. And you also don't have to wake up super early on a Saturday and come to school and use your weekend doing that. You get to take the test for free during the school day, so that takes away a lot of the pressure and a lot of the time. And if I could give everyone any advice, it would be to take this test very seriously and treat it like it's, you know, your real college test, because it actually is, and it'll really help you your senior year when you're starting to apply to schools.
In short, the ACT is a vital component to the college application process, and through taking at the school as an extra opportunity, students are given a greater chance for success. And as Mr. Carter puts it,
it's another tool that helps students to connect to college and careers. At the end of the ACT, it sends them a report, and not only does it break down each domain where you're taking, the 4 parts of the test, English, math, science, and social studies. It also gives you a projection as to what sort of careers might be best for you based upon how you scored on the ACT and based on your your learner's profile. And then the other thing too is, again, it's just another tool that our students can use to connect them to colleges and universities, because not only does it collect their performance data, it also collects what we call non-testing data. And so it asks you a series of questions as to what school do you want to go to and that sort of thing. And based upon how you score, then they will send those scores to those schools, which gives you a kind of early leg up on getting into college.
This idea manifested itself with the help of not only Mr. Carter, but an independent leadership team, the likes of which made this opportunity possible.
It was a decision of our instructional leadership team at the district office. That's a combination of the superintendent, our chief academic officer, also our district content coaches. They made that decision.
Cedar has provided a rare opportunity in offering the ACT not only for free but during school hours. Through doing this, Cedar students have a higher chance of success with their college applications and future career. This has been Ethan Rice for WJAG-TV Student News.
I hope you guys did awesome, but if you didn't, don't beat yourself up. Study and try again.
Maddie Johnson dove deep to find out more about the new Dean of Students, Mrs. Willis. Take a look.
So my name is Aisha Willis, and I actually graduated from a school in the Atlanta Public Schools. Atlanta is originally where I'm from. I began working in Clark County School District in 2002. So basically what I do is I support the administrative team in whatever way I can. So that means that I will actually be seeing students in terms of discipline, working with counselors, as well as different staff in the building, working with teachers, trying to support teachers to make sure that they can do what they need to do, supervising athletic events, just anything that I need to do. I am hoping to help to change the culture at Cedar Shoals High School. I think we get a bad rap in the community for our school. When people think of our school, I know that I can't tell you how many times I've told people that I work at Cedar Shoals and they say to me, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Like, you know, they pity me for working here. And I would like that to change. I would like to help be a change agent along with the students and the staff and administration to make sure that everyone understands that Cedar Shoals is a competitive school where you should be happy to send your child to attend. It's a lot of work. It's very different. It's very different. I'm definitely seeing a very different side. They treat it as if it is a right, and it is a right that we have for education, but you have to do something with it, and you have to realize that there are so many people who don't have the right to an education. But in terms of how else has it changed, not much. I mean, it's changed in the sense of technology, but when I was in school, students were still not always doing what they were supposed to do, having a good time, you know, being late for classes. Some of those things are the same things that are happening now, but it doesn't mean that it was right then, and neither is it right now.
So have you done anything else besides teaching? Anything else not regarding school?
So I actually ran summer school. I was the summer school director. I've planned the pep rallies for the last probably 4 or 5 years. I've been many things. I've been cheer coach, I've been SGA sponsor, I've been senior advisory board sponsor. I could probably go on and on. For Cedar. Yes. So one of the things I think that's really important is I'm not just the dean of students who has not actually been involved. I pretty much try to attend every single basketball game right now because my schedule allows me to. I try to attend at least one of every activity, one basketball, one football. I think it's really important for students to see me supporting them.
Well, we would like to congratulate you, Mrs. Willis, on your new title. Continue to wear that Jaguar and Eastside pride.
Now to sports.
Welcome to WJAG-TV Sports News. I'm Jordan Dulcio, and joining me today is Cedar Mallon.
The boys basketball team has had a triumphant playoff run, beating Carver 72-47, and most recently Wayne County 52-50 in overtime to advance to the Elite Eight.
We feel good about how far we come, but we still got room to improve. Just coming to practice every day, ready to work, ready to get better, and then just follow the game plan, and hopefully, not hopefully, but we all can come out with a W. Just locking down the person I got to guard, and then just doing anything to get my team a dub. The biggest key is boxing out and limiting the turnovers and not letting them get into transition. It's all around the game, so it's going to be a great crowd. And then just coming out, just playing how we play every year, every time we play them.
The Jags will now face off against Lithonia tonight at home at 7 o'clock. Make sure to come out and support them in their quest for the Final Four. Be sure to arrive early. The gym will be packed and the game could sell out.
Baseball has had a rough start to the season with a current record of 0-5. Though the season hasn't gone to plan, the team remains in good spirits and still has high hopes for the rest of the season.
So the season has been off to a better start because we're mentally better and prepared for the season.
It's been all right. We've steadily improved as the season has gone on. First game was really tough, but since then we've gotten a lot better.
I feel like the team chemistry is better, and we're more of a team this year compared to last year.
I feel like one thing that's really different than last year is just the team culture. I feel like this year it's a lot more, people are more into it. I mean, sometimes we're not as together as we would like to be, but I feel like as a whole it's better than last year where a lot of people didn't care or didn't put their whole self into the team mentality.
Like last year I feel like it was a lot of drama because you had people quitting and everything, but I just feel like this year with the new coaching staff and everything, we are more of a team than last year.
You know what I need to do myself and block out distractions that make me play poorly.
I think me personally, I could improve on my temper issues and just being a better team player.
I think that pitching is something that we need to improve on. We've had a lot of walks recently, and so I mean, that's probably the biggest issue.
Because we are more of a team, but we could be a better team. More of bringing each other up than putting each other down.
Yeah, it's been really tough. I mean, when you consider that we've basically been able to practice for real once a week for the past month, it really hampers our ability to prepare.
The weather has messed us up a lot because we can't get as much work in as we need to be prepared for games.
Probably work on pitching, finding the mechanics that work best for me.
We can build on the games and build on what we messed up and also build on the positives to get wins and to be a good team, basically, to be a contender.
Just keep getting better and hopefully beat Clark Central and Johnson and make playoffs.
The baseball team has their next home game tonight at 4:30 versus Central Gwinnett at home. Make sure to come out and cheer on the team.
Again, make sure to come out and support the basketball team this Wednesday at home, facing off against Lithonia to proceed to the Final Four. If you can't make it to the game, be sure to watch the live stream at bit.ly/JAGsports.
Ms. Ritter would like to share an announcement. This Friday and Saturday, you are cordially invited to attend this two-part event. On Friday, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. in the Cedar Shoals Auditorium, we will have this year's Black History program featuring guest speakers Michael Thurman and Sheila Neely Norman. Also, we will have the Jag Fest lasting from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. at Waters Wilkins Stadium.
Well, that concludes this week's news. We'll be back next week with all new stories about the Cedar Shoals Jaguars and the Eastside community. But before we close out, let's enjoy a basketball hype video by Dominic Bielli and Mr. Chatmon to give us some words of wisdom. Also, make sure to come out tonight at 7 o'clock and root on our boys to victory. Again, I'm Aaliyah Nowell.
And I'm Emma Dowling.
And this has been WJAG-TV with your weekly school news.
Ain't this what they've been waiting for? You ready?
There comes a time in a man's life where he has to decide which road he's going to travel.
I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that, to shine like this.
When everyone around him is telling him which way to go, it's up to him to make the final decision.
See my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It was time to marry.
When the blood, the sweat, the tears speak louder than the worry, the noise, and the fears.
Like a sneeze, please for them trick and squeeze, I'm getting cream.
It's in that moment when no matter what the mountain is, he's willing to climb it. No matter what the problem is, he's willing to solve it. When all hell is breaking loose around him and the night is at its darkest, it's in that moment that a man will do everything in his power to fight. What makes the load easier is that when he looks to his left and right, he sees that he's not alone. For his brothers have chosen to travel the same road he has, climb the same mountain he has, solve the same problem he has, and go through the same hell. You see, the brotherhood is more than a saying, it's a lifestyle. Now more than ever, the brotherhood has to be more to me than me. When my brother is going through, I am too. When my brother is celebrating, I cheer the loudest. When my brother is weak, I'll be strong. When my brother needs me, I'll be there. You see, in the end, the brotherhood is my family, and we all know what that stands for. Forget about me, I love you. Every time I walk on this floor, I walk on the floor for you. Every time a shot goes down, I do it for you. You know the saying, big team, little me. Now more than ever, I need my brothers. Because when I look around, the brotherhood is all I got.
All I know is murder. When it come to me,